Hello and welcome to today's Pilates inspired Sculpt Flow. We are going to be lengthening and strengthening our whole body, and all you need is a mat, and I hope you enjoy this cozy winter setting with me today. All right, let's begin on all fours with our cat-cow. So we're going to begin with our hands right underneath our shoulders and our knees right underneath our hips. We're going to start with our cat-cow, so dropping those ribs down towards the mat. We open through the chest, looking up. And then exhale, push the ground down and away, rounding through that spine, tucking that chin. Good, inhale, we open through that chest, roll those shoulders back, looking up. Exhale, push away. Good, one more time. Open through that chest, big deep breath in. Exhale, rounding through that spine. And bring it back to neutral. From here, we're gonna come into our strong plank and then send those hips all the way up and back, feeling that length through your spine. And then from here, we're gonna step that left foot to the outside of our hands and then reach that left arm all the way up and back. Our eyes follow our hands the whole time. Place that hand back down to your mat. We send those hips back. And then this time, as you shift your weight forward, step that right foot to the outside of your hands, reaching that right arm all the way up and back. Good. Place it back down to your mat. Send those hips back one more time on each side. Step that left foot forward. Reach that left arm all the way up and back. Beautiful big stretch. Place that left hand back down. We send it back. And now that right foot steps forward. Reach it all the way back through those fingertips. Good, place that right hand back down to your mat. Let's send it back into our downward dog one more time. And then from here, you can even start to pedal out those heels. Get a nice stretch through those legs. Good, meet me with both heels lifted. We're gonna shift that weight back forward over our hands, holding strong in your plank. Really close that rib cage in, pull that belly button up towards your spine. You can do it, you're strong. And then walk those hands back towards your feet and slowly roll on up. All right, we're gonna bring those feet just outside of hip width and go into a little squat stretch series to finish our warm up. So slightly pointing those toes out. Let's send those hips back and down as we reach through those arms. And then press the ground down and away from you through those heels. We send those hips back and down. Big reach, and then push the ground down and away. Beautiful. 3 more, just like this. Reaching through those fingertips, getting a little pause at the bottom. Good. 1 more. And now this time, as you come on up, slowly drive those heels off the ground, coming onto the balls of your feet, and then slowly lower those heels, send those hips back and down, reach through those arms. We drive up, coming onto those toes with as much control as possible. Slowly lower, send those hips back and down. Good. Nice and controlled here. We're not rushing. We are listening to our whole body from our toes all the way to the top of our head. Good. Last one. Send those hips back and down. Hold here. We're just gonna lift our left heel, lower, lift our right, and lower. Good. Just alternating, holding low in that squat, really warming up those legs. Keep going. 4 and 3. Last 2. 1 more. Hold low, and then push through those heels, standing up nice and tall. All right, guys, from here, take a big deep breath and reach those arms up towards the sky. And then exhale as you slowly tuck and roll down to your mat, 1 vertebrae at a time. We're gonna walk those hands out. Good, and then drop those knees. All right, let's tuck those knees right underneath our hips. I want those shoulders stacked right over those wrists. Find that neutral spine, close that rib cage in, pull that belly button up towards your spine. Keep everything in that torso locked in. All right, we're gonna extend that left leg long, pointing through those toes. From here, We're just gonna go into our leg lift and lower. I want you to really focus on your glutes here and focus on that form. Keeping those arms straight, really pushing through those arms, lifting through that glute. Beautiful. 4 more. And 3. 2, every time you lift, squeeze that core tighter. And 1, hold that leg lifted. We're gonna drop our right forearm to the mat, tuck that left knee into your side, extend back long. We come up, lower, and lift. Drop that right forearm, tuck, squeeze that core, extend long. We come back up, lower, and lift. Beautiful, just like that. And squeeze, extend. Make sure you are using those glutes to keep that leg lifted. Good. We have 4 more just like this. For 4 and 3. Pointing through those toes. And 2. Last one. Hold that core strong. We lift, drop that forearm, tuck, extend, holding that leg lifted. You have the option to send those elbows back and down for a forearm press, or if you're looking for a little extra challenge, you're gonna shift that weight forward over those hands, coming into a tricep press. From here, lower that left leg to the mat, tucking those toes. We press, tuck that right knee into your chest, lower back down to the mat. We lift, and then drop into your press of choice. Good. Keep those elbows tight and tucked. Nice and slow and controlled, not rushing through anything, just enjoying, challenging our body today, listening to our body, connecting with it. Keep it up. Good. Keeping those elbows tucked as you lower on down, and then push the mat down and away from you to press back up. You can do it. 2 more just like this. We lower and press and tuck. Good. 1 more. Lift that leg, lower, press, press it up and tuck. Drop that right knee to your mat. I want you to lift that left leg back up. From here, you're gonna stay with your press of choice for 5 and 4. Nice and slow. You can do it. 3, 2, 1 more. Lower and press. Good. Lower that leg to the mat. Send those hips back into your child's pose. Take a little breather here. And then when you're ready, we're gonna slowly lower down to our mat, getting ready for a little glute bridge series. All right, guys. Starting with that chin tucked, ribs locked down, tuck that pelvis under, making sure that low back is pressed down into your mat. You should be able to just reach for those heels with your fingertips. Those feet are about hip width apart. All right, from here, I want you to take a deep breath in as you extend those arms overhead. And then we're gonna push through those heels coming into our bridge, reaching those hands down to your mat. Good. We lower and reach and lift. Good. And lower, dragging those hips down towards the mat, and then push through those heels. Every time you come up into your bridge, I want you to think about really scooping that pelvis up. Good. Keep going. Big squeeze at the top. The more you keep that rib cage closed in, the more you're gonna feel those glutes firing up. 2 more just like this. Big squeeze and lower. 1 more time, we lift. And I want you to hold at the top. From here, let's shimmy that left foot a little bit more towards the center, and then extend those arms back overhead. From here, you're just gonna float that right leg to tabletop as you reach down, and then we just lower, tap that toe, and lift. Keep that left side lifted. Don't drop those hips. You can do it. Really firing up that left side. Just tap and lift. Good. Check those hips. Make sure they're not dropping. You can do it. For 3 and 2. One more. Hold lifted here where you just pulse for 8 and 7, 6. You can do it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Big hold and then lower down. Good. Tuck those knees into your chest. Tap out that left side and then we're going to repeat sending it over to the right. So let's start with just our regular glute bridge. So tuck that chin, lock those ribs down, just reaching those heels with our fingertips. All right, extend those arms overhead. From here, we bridge up, squeeze as we reach down, and then extend those arms overhead. Drag those hips back down towards your mat. Good, nice and slow. Really pushing through those heels. Good, you got it. Big squeeze. Keep thinking about tucking those glutes towards your heels and then up. Perfect. 4 more. And 3. 2. Last one. Hold that bridge lifted. We shimmy our right foot in towards the center. Extend those arms overhead. Ready? We float that left leg to tabletop, reaching down. And then just tap that toe back to your mat and lift. Good. Keep that right side lifted. Pushing through that heel. Really firing up that right side. You can do it. For 5. And 4, get that hold at the top. 3 and 2. Ready? On this last one, we pulse for 8, 7, 6, pushing through the burn. 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, and then lower everything to the mat. Hug those knees into your chest. You guys are doing amazing. All right. From here, we're gonna go into just a little core series. So let's float those legs to tabletop. Keeping that chin tucked, lock that rib cage down. Make sure your tailbone is tucked under. That low back is pressed into the mat. All right, from here, we're gonna take a deep breath in as you drop those knees over to the left. And then exhale as you bring them back to center. Inhale, drop them over to the right. Exhale, back to center. Keep going. Use as much control as you can with that core. We really don't want to use any momentum. So just squeeze that core to pull those knees back to center. Get that little pause at the side. Good. Each time, see if you can drop those knees just a little further to the side. And squeeze. Inhale as you drop, and exhale back to center. Good. Last 3 and 2. Last 1. Pull it back to center. Good. Deep breath in. Extend those hands overhead. We exhale, lifting that chest off our mat. Big squeeze. Pull that belly button down towards your spine. And then inhale to lower and reach. Exhale to lift. Good. Now you can stay here if this feels good, or if you're looking for a little more of a challenge, I want you to extend one leg out long as you lift. Lower, pulling back to tabletop. We lift, extend that opposite leg out long. Good. And lower. Getting that little squeeze and hold at the top each time. Beautiful. Really starting to fire up that core. Stay with that breathing. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lower. Keep going. Last 3 and 2. One more. Big squeeze. And we lower, keeping both legs in tabletop. I want you to lift that chest off your mat, reaching down. Ready? We pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You can do it. 3, 2, 1. And lower down. Hug those knees into your chest. And then slowly roll on up. You can use the backs of those legs to help you. And we are gonna finish that first series over on the other side now. All right, let's come back to all fours. Hands are right underneath those shoulders. Knees tucked right underneath those hips. This time we're gonna extend that right leg out long. Ready? Just starting with our leg lifts. Everything in our torso stays locked in. We lift and lower. Really just working on finding that control and that mind to muscle connection, just lifting with that glute. Every time you lift, squeeze that core in tighter for 4 and 3, 2, last one. Hold that leg lifted. Ready? We drop that left forearm to the mat, tuck that right knee into your side, extend long, up, we lower and lift. Drop that forearm to your mat, tuck that knee into your side, extend long, come back, placing that hand to your mat. We lower that leg and lift. Good. Nice and slow here. Find that control through your whole body. You can do it. Keep pressing through those arms. Good. 4 more, just like this. Keep pointing through those toes. Good. Last 2. 1 more. We lower, lift, drop that forearm to your mat and tuck, extend long, come back up, holding that leg lifted. From here, you're either gonna drop back for your forearm press or send that weight over your hands for your tricep press. Good. We lower that right foot to the mat, press, tuck that left knee in. Lower that left knee to your mat, lift that right leg, and lower to your press of choice. Good. Nice and slow. We press, keeping those elbows tight and tucked. Good. Lift that right leg, press. Lower that right leg to the mat, press it up, tucking your left knee to your chest. Good. Keep going. Keep pushing through. This is the final little push of class. Last 3 and 2. Last 1. We press and tuck. Lower that left knee to your mat. Lift that right leg. We finish with our press of choice for 5. Nice and slow. And 4, 3, last 2, 1 more. You can do it. Press it up, lower that right knee to your mat, send it back into your child's pose. Woo! Nice work, guys. You made it through today's flow. Now we're just gonna enjoy this nice little cool down. Slowly shifting that weight forward. From here, I want you to take your right hand, we're gonna thread it through our left arm and leg. Just dropping that right shoulder to our mat, holding here, feeling a nice little twist through that spine. And then open up to that right side, reach that right hand all the way up towards the sky, opening through that chest. Placing that right hand back down to our mat. This time we're gonna thread our left hand through our right arm and leg, pulling that left shoulder down to your mat. Just holding here, enjoying this twist through the spine. And then opening up on that left side. Good. From here, we're going to come into a seated position and go into a little glute stretch. So let's stack our left shin on top of our right. And I want you to keep that spine as neutral as you can. So sit up nice and tall, and then you're just going to walk those hands forward, really keeping that chest open. Feel that stretch. Good. And then walk those hands back. Let's switch it up. And now stacking that right shin on top of our left. Keep that spine nice and neutral and walk those hands out. Open through that chest. Roll those shoulders back. Good. And then walk those hands back. Perfect. All right, now just come into a nice, comfortable crisscross position. Take a deep breath in as you reach those hands up towards the sky. And then exhale as you side bend over to the left, feeling that length through the right side. Just taking time to breathe and slow down in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. And we reach, deep breath in, exhale, side bend over to the right. Feeling that length through the left side now. Coming back to center. Beautiful. That is all for today, guys. You made it. I am so, so proud of you for showing up for yourself today, and I will see you guys next time.